My name is Aaron Parlier, and I've been climbing since I was about 6 years old, but I really got into rock climbing whenever I joined the military, and I was a paratrooper at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And this is when I really and truly became passionate about rock climbing, so much so that whenever I was on deployment to Afghanistan, some friends and I got together, and in between missions, we scrounged together and got enough scrap wood to build our own climbing wall while in Afghanistan. The same motivation for building the climbing walls and having a good climbing environment, it continued on to whenever I actually got out of the military. And climbing was really a great source for me to be able to focus and channel my energy and my thoughts while I reacclimated to a more civilian lifestyle, a more non-military lifestyle. And I continued building climbing walls. So I built many climbing walls in Virginia and North Carolina both, but they were all home walls and definitely not a public use type gym. And this is something that I would like to do on a much larger scale here in Boone, North Carolina, a place for the whole community to get together, a great training and climbing environment for the whole Boone climbing community. Here in beautiful Boone, North Carolina, we have a plethora of world-class outdoor climbing opportunities. But unfortunately, we lack public access to a dedicated indoor climbing and training environment. This Kickstarter will help us implement the expensive bouldering and training components that will make Cinderhouse a truly awesome place for our climbing community.
Boone is arguably the climbing hub for North Carolina, yet we still lack an indoor training facility during inclement weather.
For many climbers, one of the most enjoyable aspects of bouldering and climbing is the creativity involved in the sport. Figuring out the physical and mental puzzle and successfully sending a boulder involves very specific problem solving.
So I've been practicing yoga and meditation for a long time, and when I discovered rock climbing in Boone, I felt like it was this moving meditation. It encompassed a lot of the things that I loved. There's creativity, you're in this beautiful place, and there's so many ways to get up the rock or up the cliff. And having a community in which to do that's really important, and it's been really special to me. And in Boone, when the weather's bad, there aren't so many options. So I think the gym will provide a place for us to be creative together, to foster this sense of community.
With indoor bouldering, replicating this problem solving depends on the gym's climbing wall design, variety of climbing terrain, and ultimately the selection of quality, well-designed climbing holds and the talented route setters who design these indoor climbs. With a wide variety of holds and exciting climbing wall terrain as a creative medium for our setters, and with quality floor padding throughout the gym, we will be able to provide a safe and inviting climbing environment with excellent climbs for a vast array of climber abilities from beginner to advanced.
What the climbing community in Boone really needs is an indoor climbing gym. The climbing community around here is really close-knit and special, I think in large part because a lot of the icons and legends that we look up to as a current generation of younger climbers are still here. They're friends with us. They're taking time to climb with us and teach us some really cool lessons and techniques. But sadly, not a lot of people have access to this really profound experience, and I think an indoor climbing gym would allow more people to have access to come, to climb, to have fun, to meet people, and to learn habits to climb safely and to climb sustainably that they could then take out to climbing in Boone or to climbing in other places.
At Cinderhouse, we aim to be Boone, North Carolina and the high country of North Carolina's indoor climbing hub. We want to facilitate the continuation of our region's climbing community, starting with our youth climbers by providing an active youth climbing team, as well as being the base camp for our region's lifelong climbers. Additionally, the climbing community of Western North Carolina has a rich history of conservation and stewardship initiatives. Cinderhouse hopes to become a centerpiece to these efforts as a meeting place and an opportunity for additional fundraising drives. In order to accomplish this, we must provide a quality training and climbing space, and this Kickstarter will help provide us with the tools to do so.